Hey, well, Ayo, what's up, everyone, and hello, Terrarians. Well, I'm not playing Terraria today, but I am here to do the tier list on how difficult the bosses are. Anyways, how's your day? Well, welcome to Zarathos Black Gaming's Terraria tier maker on how they are really difficult. Yeah, without further ado, wait. well, before we will, before I will do this tier making thing, well, please consider subscribe to my channel and click the like buttons on my videos. And this video is not possibly to become a short actually. So then let's begin. Well, welcome to the tier maker. So then we will start at to tier all the bosses that I already played in whole Terraria gameplay. Starting from the Stars Above mod, Thorium mod, and of course the vanilla Terraria. Please do not judge me, but this would be the great thing. Okay then, let's do it. First of all is the Wall of Flesh. This Wall of Flesh. It is a borderline from the pre-hard mode and hard mode bosses. Yeah. When I was playing on mobile version, I did died several times. yeah, I died really several times because of you know what I mean. Also, I did died a lot of times in the Get Fix Boy seed. Well, in master mode as always. But then, when I played modded and using other weapons, I think it's kinda decent, but as a borderline boss on this date, let's just put it in hard. So that I can... This one is hard. This one is hard if you're lacking something, of course. The next one is from the Stars Above mod called Penthesilea, which is the Witch of Ink. Yeah. And the boss theme, it was actually a copyright. Okay, despite of that, this boss is quite a bit hard for me because I've died in less than 10 times. But her weapon, which is a melee one, it is really great. And well, it's a nice sprite though. Well, I'm just gonna put this one in hard one. Yeah, because her weapon that she dropped. Yeah, yeah, that's quite powerful enough to melt some bosses. Okay, then here comes the vanilla one, which is the twins. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be the first one in my gameplays, but still, it's really fine. But to be honest, if I were unprepared, it makes me die easily. So what is the recommendation? Ranged projectiles. Especially if you're a ranger, you need to dodge. And if you're a melee, you can slightly a little tank, but you can use some projectile weapons, which is a melee one, such as the Shadow Flame knives is enough. Even wearing the frost armor is also good enough. So let's just put on average. Wait, I don't know. It's just average. Depends on what difficulty. It wasn't that hard, but not enough. The next one is another mechanical boss from the vanilla one, which is Skeleton Prime. This guy. This guy is quite hard, but not as hard as it gets. Unless if you are having a full armor. Yeah, it's either adamantite armor or the titanium armor, I guess. Sorry, I just. Uh, well, well, okay, okay. Well, Skeleton Prime isn't is the final bosses. If you want to go a little bit more challenge, well, in For the Worthy Seeds, I didn't try For the Worthy though, but this one has a difficult to fight since its bombs can explode even tiles. So you must prepare for an arena with dungeon bricks or align them with chests containing one dirt. Just one dirt at a time inside, and it's already durable. Well then, Skeleton Prime is a really good one, but you need a lot of DPS. Lots and lots of DPS. But Ichor is quite great against that boss. In even Cursed Flames. So that, I'm just gonna put this boss into... It's either hard or average. Let's just say average. Next one is another vanilla, which is Deerclops. This boss was actually a collab boss from another game called Don't Starve Together by Clay Entertainment. This boss, this boss is a furry, furry cyclops with a deer ones. Well, if you're well prepared, especially if you're wearing different sets of armor, if you're melee, you can tank that boss. But if you're ranger, mage, or summoner, I think it's time to dodge this boss. Because it summons shadow hands and some icy gazers, and some fallen ice debris. So you must dodge it no matter what. You also need a certain item that you need to dodge it. Well, but what? But this one has a lot of drops. Yeah, that lot of drops, including Chester, which is one of the greatest drops from that boss. Why? You do not need to have a money throw to get it. It saves space. You just only interact by right clicking it. And that was a wonderful item that you will never ever remove. What? What? Wait, I'm almost like speechless. Okay. Well, the Deerclops has some weapons who are quite a bit mediocre. But one of the worst weapons that he got is a pneumatic horn. Yeah, it has a random damage, but who cares about that? Can be sellable, of course. Lucy the Axe is quite good for cutting trees, but has a really interesting dialogues that will make the player annoyed. Why use the Lucy the Axe if you got already the Axe of Regrowth in 1.4.4? Well, yeah. Well, let's just put this one into the easy. Because, this guy looks easy. Well then, the next one is the Golem. The Lizard Golem. This Golem, in pre 1.4 times, this guy is easily cheesable. Well, if you have a lot of DPS, well, it will block. It cannot be attacked using... Well, wait. It wasn't pre 1.4. It's pre 1.4.4. It's, well, 1.4.3 to be exact. Well, it can be cheesed, and it's quite great. Even if you use the Starlight Sword from the Empress of Light drops, well, yeah, this one is probably more cheesing, and it can be doing face tank as well. But in 1.4.4, well, things have a little bit changed because it has now a charged punches that can deal somewhat have a higher damage. Yeah, let's just put in a hard one or average. This guy is average. Next one is what I feared, Mechdusa. Obviously, let's put it on the. Oh my god, the dogs are very noisy now for no particular reason. So let's just put in the very hard because it's obvious. This boss killed me more than 10 times in Get Fixed Boy until I got the idea of rails. The rail things are the good idea now. I think that I already thankful for someone who helped me. Well, I decided to use a mage. Full mage to defeat this boss. If you try to use a melee, if you're unprepared though, don't even try. But surprisingly, this one is really good. Well, this boss is particularly having several achievements, including buckets of bolts, and this is a symbolism of mechanical mayhem. So that's why I put a very hard on it. The next one is another vanilla, which is the Brain of Cthulhu. This boss is a crimson one, of course. This guy, if you're unprepared, you might die lots and lots because this boss inflicts the broken armor, which reduces your defense, like in the hard mode ones. But if you're fully prepared, especially when it comes into fire. Whoa. I was thinking about melee, guys. But unless if you try to kill the boss, no, not actually trying to kill the boss, the creepers that spawn from the Brain of Cthulhu is worth it to get something on it, which is the, well, Crimtane ore. It is, well, not just Crimtane ore, but also the tissues, tissue samples, which is enough to make a full set of crimson armor, as well as you can make into a pickaxe that can use to mine other things. Well then, I'm just gonna put in the easy one. Oh, and of course, this boss's expert mode drop will be a really effective one, including in the hard mode ways. The next one is Jukefish Run. This giant fish with a dragon and a pig. This boss, if you're unprepared, this one will kill you as well. But if you are really daring to get one of the boss's loots, then you will try. But getting the truffle worms are quite easier if you have a lot of aggro enough. And also this one has a good drops. Yeah, that guy has good drops, including Razor Blade Typhoon for mages, which is great for homing, as well as the Flareon, which is also homing when it comes to bubbles, as well as the Tsunami, which is a lot of arrows, and well, the Fish Run staff, which spawns a Torni Tempest staff. Okay, that's Tempest staff. Let's just put in hard or just average. Average is good. But if you're unprepared, let's just put in hard. But if you're... Anyways, that's it. Next one is the Eater of Worlds. A corrupt worm. The Blight worm itself. And it was cheesable. Cheesable. Obviously, it will be great things. If you're using a slime mount from King Slime, it will be a great one. And it's also the great source for money as well. So, I'm just gonna put in the easy. Because this is easy. Especially in hard mode, that if you try to get some pirate maps, if you want to attempt to do another pirate invasion again, of course, then that's good. The next thing is Empress of Light. Yeah, that pixie. No, that's not pixie. That's a giant fairy introduced in 1.4. Well, this boss has a nighttime and daytime. It's best if you play in nighttime because her loot is really great. I mean really great. Including the soaring insignia that grants the wing ability, extended flight, infinite flight. Except to some mods that adjusting this item's power. I'm looking at you, Calamity. Well, in daytime, you will get Terra Prisma. However, there's a risk. You might gonna die many times because it's an insta-kill. Much more powerful than the Dungeon Guardian itself. Because one hit will kill you for 10,000 plus damage. Let's just put in very hard. If you obtain Terra Prisma, that's very hard for you. But for some reason, some weapons like the... Oh, sorry. Some mage weapons are actually helpful as well. Next one is the Eye of Cthulhu. Let's just put in easy. Because this guy, if you're an early gamer, this guy is really great. This one. Anyways, this one is good for farming at the early stage of the game. And you might get a lot of ores. And the safest thing as well. Except for the higher difficulties, including those seeds, certain seeds. So let's just on easy. Moon Lord. I know you have come in here, but this boss, let's put it in a very hard rank. If you're underprepared or something, those eyes that shoots lasers will practically kill a player. Yeah. Just that. But defeating him will get some lots and lots of loots, including 2 swords that makes the Zenith one of it. As well as others. Wait. Sorry, I just burped. Well, this guy is a great one. It even drops Luminite as well. So let's just put on very hard. Next one is Skeletron. Skeletron is a boss that is full of skull and bones. The guardian of the dungeon. Not dungeon guardian, just Skeletron. This boss It's quite fairly easy if you have a decent armor set and a good weapon. Just dodge the flying skulls in expert mode. And also get away from the spinning attacks as well. Well, this boss grants access to the dungeon itself. And also what item that the boss that skeleton what item that skeleton drops was a good kind of furniture. It's no other than the Chippy's couch. Shout out to Chippy. Shout out to Chippy Gaming because he's my inspiration. But let's put it on easy. No, it's average. Next is Destroyer. This is the Terminator of Ether Worlds. Yeah, one shot at the head in master mode. But this one has a good mechanic and some cheeses. And if you this one that has a lot of farming for souls and hollowed bars is really great. Also, if you have enough bars and souls from this boss and you still have remaining excess, you can sell them. This guy is one of the mid to late game farming. Let's put it on the hard one because okay, that's average. Well, all the mechanical bosses are average, but this guy is horrifying. Next one is I have lots of vanilla ones, but this one is from a mod called Thorium, and this one is good. This is the Lich, which is summoned on an ancient phylactery using 30 of the pumpkins. Well, at the first one, I did died because of sudden attacks. But hey, it's still good. The weapons are good, but the melee ones, it's just like the 1.4.4 version of the True Knight's Edge, which has a delay before flight. This guy is not as hard, but not as easy, so let's put in average. Next one is the Arbitration from the Stars Above mod. This guy is from one of the subworlds. To be honest, subworlds really reset the screen. But this guy is it's not that horrifying. Yeah, it's not that horrifying, but it has a lot of projectile spams and charging at me. So it's just a little bit average. Yeah. Next one is Borean Strider, a Thorium boss, and the first one in the hard mode. Well, this bug only spawns in blizzards. Yeah. Unless if you don't have has a small chance of having blizzard, except for a one thorium item called the Rainstone. It really helps. Sometimes its drops are quite mediocre. Let's put it on the easy, although I died small times. Here comes the boss from Thorium, which is Bird Champion. Yeah. I tried dodging at the skills. Well, I died in less than 5 deaths. And this one has an expert mode drop, which is wings. These wings are better than the fledgling ones. And this is the only modded pre-hard mode wings as well. So I managed to try to use specific weapons that will cause the boss to defeat it, of course. And it's on marble biome, so I prepared that. So then let's just put on an easy one as well. Joskaroi, a new boss from the Stars Above mod. Yeah, I haven't tried it. Yes, to be honest, I didn't try that boss. I might gonna play the Stars Above mod again, but this time it's Asphodine or something. I don't know. Next one is Abysion. Well, actually, it's called the Forgotten One now. Well, it's a shell. um, died twice, but this guy is a great. It's quite really easy if you have a lot of DPS. If there's a lot of DPS. So let's put it on the easy one. If you're fully prepared or something, just dodge some projectiles. And also, it's recommended to use the potions from the Alchemist NPC mods that gives Ultra Bright. It can be helpful as well. Well, this one is just like the Granite version of the Bird Champion, which is Granite Energy Storm. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking, I died 3 times, and well, they died in the 4th time. So this one will put on an easy. This guy is easy. King Slime, obviously easy. What's good about King Slime's drops is his mount. It helps them. The mount is really helpful against the Ether worlds, as long as you have a flail. Yeah, that's great. This boss from the vanilla as well. This lunatic cultist. It's not that hard. So let's just before I'm gonna put it. This one is really good. But if you want to get a lot of achievements, well, not actually achievements, but on the bestiary, you need to practice on doing some specific task until you get one of the ancient future as well. The golden squid, of course. Let's put it on average. The next one is Nohan. Well, unlike the previous Nohan that I defeated, which is just sitting around, this one is having a new revamp. Well, revamp attacks. I haven't tried the new. Well, yeah, I haven't tried this revamp boss, but I already tried the old version of Nohan when he was just sitting. But you need to dodge it. I don't know if I will try this boss for this one. So let's just put on hard. Next one is Plantera. It's just average. Unless it does have one of the ingredients from the Zenith, which is the Seedler. But there's some other mods that will help us on defeating the boss. A summoning weapon, of course. Well, special thanks to Thorium. Because, well, it's a summoning weapon for Plantera, so you do not need to find a Plantera ball. Well, the drops are quite great and very decent, and then you can unlock the dungeon. Except if you're using Hoiks. Let's put it on average. Queen Bee, it's easy, you just dodge and a little bit of tank. Sorry, I'm a melee guy anyway. Well, this guy drops honey. Delicious honey. Honey! Well, let's put it on easy because Well, also, you have a flying mount. Jellyfish. Queen jellyfish. What do I expect? There's two jellies now. This one is a thorium one. This. Oh, I think my music stopped. Anyways, well, this boss is quite a little bit easier. I died once, but I tried it and even spawned an NPC. The next time you spawn the boss, there's nothing there because you already rescued the diver man. Specifically, one of the names. Let's put it on easy. Okay then, Queen Slime, the Royal Jelly. Yeah, that. You have to be a little bit dodgy here, but once in the flying mode, you'll get panic. But to be honest, there's some good drops here, such as the Hook of Dissonance, which is teleportation, which is a good teleportation hook. It's interesting. So, oh, and another thing. Well, wait. Sparkle slime balloons that are shimmered into a diva slime in 1.4.4. You'll get the last of the slime NPCs. Let's put it on average. Next one is the, well, let's just call the Martian Saucer's infernal, no, not inferior version. But still, you need to dodge all its projectiles and lasers until it spawns three micro babies. Well, not actually like micro babies, micro UFOs. Well, that's all called the Star Scouter. Yeah, definitely easy, but I died once. Well, it only spawns in space though. So let's just put an easy guy. That vulture, that vulture is quite easy, so it's easy as well. The Thunderbird, of course. If you're fully geared up in the early game, you can manage to defeat it. Primordials. That this is where I put it. Insanely hard. Yeah, I didn't prepare an arena with heart lanterns and heart statues, but there's nothing left but you need to do mobility. Yeah, mobility. Especially when it transforms into its final form, which is the Dream Eater. That form killed me more than more, more or less than 30 times. Now I felt if I tried playing Calamity, I'll be get PTSD for that and makes me insane. Well, that's why I put it in the insanely hard. Well, the next one is the Vagrant of Space and Time, also known as Perseus, from the Stars Above mod. This guy is a swordsman, but before that, he was just a standing position. You need to dodge all bullets. Looks like Toho Project, but now I don't think he will just dodge bullets anymore because he can fight. Swords, arrows, and even one special attack that can insta kill. That's crazy. But despite all this, let's put it on the average. Well, two from the Startup Bob mod and one from Thorium. Let's start with Thorium first. This little bat is really good. The Viscount. He is so fluffy, but he transformed me into a bat. This guy is specifically a good shot, but his weapons that he dropped, I don't know, I didn't try that one. Except if you're a bard class, it has a Sonic Screech. Let's put it on easy. Okay, there's last two of them, and it's the start of our mod. The very not that's not what called the Dragon of Space at the time. It's called the Warrior of Light. This guy is pretty hard. To be honest, both of them are hard. This boss spams even lightning and thunder. Lightning and thunder, I guess, but it also shoots flames. In his third phase, you're no longer escape for that. Yeah, indeed. So let's put it on the hard one. Also, this guy drops a lot. This guy requires a lot of, well, lots of souls or fragments or something from the stars above mode to be crafted into any weapons. But this guy is a precursor to the final boss. This Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi is the hard boss, but requires a certain arena. Yeah, that arena is really great. You can fly all you want, but how can I fly on it? Because this boss is significantly dangerous. If she spams lots of projectiles, it will just be as horrified as it gets. But the best of all, she can drop a weapon and some fragments. Yeah, that final. Well, two of the final bosses in some two different mods are from the insanely hard class. Well, the seed related boss is on the very hard, and this Moon Lord will be a very hard. The not yet tried is just Koroi. And the easy, you can look at the easy ones and the average ones, including the hard as well. So then, I think I finished all of my tier making activities. That's all what I get. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'm glad that you watch it. So also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and keep watching on my videos. Also click like on my videos as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Zarathos Black Gaming out. Peace.